We are live.
Good
Good evening, everybody.
evening, my peach creams.
Peachy,
If
peachy
Mama
cream.
Helen were here, it would be so much better. We'd be saying, "Coffee? Does anybody want any coffee? I
Right?
have coffee
That would be funny.
here." Maybe you could explain to them what that actually means.
She sent us a video. It's funny, man. It was
It's
really
it's
funny.
a Brooklyn
Hmm.
comedian, and I think you guys don't understand. Like Brooklyn, like Mama Helen, especially during her time. Like
These
she
people
met
are
a lot
insane.
of
They're
famous
insane.
people. They would go into the restaurant. She was a waitress a lot of times. She worked in Manhattan too. And she met all these people, and so,
Mhm.
most of them were jerks, but um I think she had seen this particular in Pippin's, which is a big place in Brooklyn to go watch comedy, and I think she had seen this comedian there.
Yeah.
But my favorite is when he has the chicken.
Oh, it runs around the yard. Runs around the yard screaming
Coffee!
in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, you
Well,
know.
it's Well, that,
Uh,
yeah, and the neighbors are in on it. I mean, it's
yeah,
just great. I mean,
yeah.
that's how
What
it
does he
used
scream?
to be.
Yeah, what does he scream? I believe it too. I believe it. Hey, we're having coffee over here.
Coffee! Coffee over here. You need any
That was
coffee?
so funny, man.
So
That was
fucking hysterical.
hilarious.
What the hell was his name? Diatelio? I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
he
definitely
was
Italian.
whatever. He's great, man. Hey, I'm having a coffee. You want
Yeah,
some?
we'll play it one time. I don't know if I could find it at the moment. It's probably there. Okay, you're ready to go, Joe. I will
Okay.
explain what we were going to talk about today
Yeah, just a few things.
a little bit.
Just some
Um,
fun stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. That is
Mhm.
tonight. I'm talking, it is tonight. What is it, like 8:39? We were
It's
supposed to come on it.
6:43 my time, so that
We
would be
really try
7:43 your
we're
time.
trying to get on a little earlier than 9 because of
8:43.
our
Yeah,
his
8:43.
like Joe's doing fantastic with TikTok. I mean,
It's
now you're
fun.
up to like 521. You got like 60 more. And they really either I've never seen that so much on YouTube as much as I see it at least on our show, little show,
Yeah, it's
as we
fun.
see it on TikTok. It's like either
Mhm.
got hundreds of hearts, 40 hearts, thousands of views, nice comments, or very evil, wicked comments. And I don't get it that much on our channel on YouTube. So that tells me something. We're kicking butt. Listen, you can't mess with me. I said it the other day. There's something about the color purple now. It's one of my favorite colors, and I realized why now. I'm not fully red. I'm not MAGA. I'm 100% MAGA. I'm not fully Republican. And I'm not fully Democrat. I'm purple.
She
And
does claim that
I
all
believe
the
this is,
time. I will say that. Yeah,
and
I believe
we are
that. Yeah.
not, we believe in what's best for humanity, don't we,
Hmm.
Joe? More
Yes, we
than
do.
the politics. Okay,
Right.
because I understand politics. I understand old politics, modern politics. I mean, you name it. There's not, but a child can understand morality.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
that's what we're missing. We're missing morality. Simple, like, some people don't deserve respect. I get it, but
Some people do.
yeah, and a lot of people are missing that.
Yeah.
What they do to Trump is unreal.
Yeah.
It is unreal. Um, it's got to end. I mean, there can't be, they're in full force, these libtards, but there can't be that many of them. I just can't imagine. We hear from California people all the time, like, what? That Newsom video that I put up, if you haven't seen it, it's in the shorts. It takes 5 seconds. It's literally a 5 second, 6 second video. Um, Everybody's like, oh, it's a happy ending. Because even people from California, they're like, I don't want this shit here because it's literally poop on the streets. It's drugs, crime, and poop on the streets. And they're saying that Trump
Very
isn't doing
sad.
a job? That Chicago Mayor Lightfoot? That old, that old bug-eyed bitch. Give me a break. What the hell is she? What planet is that woman from, ladies and germs? She ain't got no disease.
Yeah.
And if she did, they have fucking drops for it for years now, or is she afraid to take the medicine that they give us and indoctrinate us with? Who in their fucking right mind, excuse my French, says, "Hey, my baby needs 72 vaccinations"? What? Okay, I can understand you don't believe in God, fine. But you don't believe that this earth will provide? Then you're a fucking
Really a
moron.
lot. It's still
You're a
really a
fucking
lot.
moron. You don't put nothing. Thank God RFK got rid of mercury in those vaccinations, you morons. And I'm talking a bit to people like Sage, Mr. Outcast, that still uses my beautiful face to announce his phone number and got tricked with my other account the other day. Like, I don't, you really, like,
A
I got
fool.
like, a second, I was like, oh, and I moved on. I'm like, this fucking moron. Like, you guys all sound the same. There is no originality, not even in your voices. Guess why? You fucking poisoned. Not that first shot, that second and third. Y'all sound the same. Y'all has nasal problems, sinus problems. Let me tell you this, guys. How many of you have seen an extraordinary amount of dust all over the place? That's the fucking chemtrails coming down. They're taking it out of our sky. You see more dust in your house? It's getting in. Clean it up right away. I promise you, it is not good. It's come down on half our foods for those people that complain about prices. Well, they were forced to get rid of some of our products because of the crap
Thank
that
God.
was in
Actually,
there.
thank God we did get some of those products because some of those products were bad.
Extraordinarily bad. Now he
Hmm.
has all these, there's no red dye, there's no orange too, there's, whatever he's doing it right. There's no fluoride, he's
Right.
doing it. And he's spreading the news. And for people that don't like that, and he's a lifelong family Irish Democrat, well, maybe not Irish, but the Irish love him. Are you freaking out of your minds? Argue that with me. And enough with the pedophilia. We all know that Trump has nothing to do with Epstein, that in 2008 he went and spoke against Epstein on trial when he was on trial, that Biden showered with his daughter. Can you mute yourself, Joe? Because we can hear him. That Biden showered with his daughter, married the kid's babysitter. Who else is a pedophile? Hunter? There's pictures of him sleeping with his cousins, little baby cousins. God help me, this might be taken down, right? We know about Schumer married a guy. Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul, has been with another man in a diaper. He also got pulled over. There was something going on there with that DUI that wasn't probably just a DUI. By the way, they were gone before this, but I won't get into that now. Um, who else? You got all the idiots, all the leftards, even from like Bruce Springsteen was caught with a young woman under 18. That's too young for you, Bruce. No matter what age you, I don't even care. Booker. There was a letter from a kid that Booker trapped him in some gas station. He was a young boy. This is out there. So you're going to tell me about Trump? How fucking dare you? How dare you?
All right, Carolyn, real quick. course, Janice and Saul Zane say hi. Saul Zane says, "Live long and prosper." Of course.
Live long and
Um,
prosper. Peace.
Janice
That's my new one. Peace. We're gonna update
Janice wants you
stocks.
to explain in what ways you are Democrat and why. She's really not. She's just
Well,
independent.
no, you know what happened? When I was like 16, 17 when I knew I was going to be an independent. But when they asked me in Albany, now I must have been like 23, 22, 23 when 22 maybe, I don't remember. Um, we had to do paperwork. They were like, well, you're an independent. What side do you? So I always said liberal independent. Um, I am definitely more liberated than I'm not very conservative. I mean, there are conservative parts of me. Think things should not die because the children of today say they should die. They're children
Mhm.
led by indoctrination.
And we should conserve the Constitution.
The Democrats of my time, so I was liberal independent maybe. I was more
Hmm.
independent because I believed in some of the conservatives. I mean, I just believed in old fashionism. What was wrong with that? What was wrong with chivalry, right? So I understand this kind of stuff, but I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I'm learning that kids can get an abortion, you know?
Hmm.
Um,
Easily, very
and
easily.
of course I'm learning that it's up to the women, but I'm also going to Catholic school, which shows videos of these women getting abortions. But I think it was, and you're like, what the, you know, I couldn't believe that's
Wow.
what they showed us. I was 14, I was sophomore, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And oh yeah, and you saw the baby and everything. Everything. The girl was crying. The girl that got the abortion. That's why she dedicated the
Mhm.
the video. Please don't get stuck in that position, right? There were our school then was called Our Lady of Pregnant Whores because they did take in girls that were pregnant. There was one or two during my time there. But it wasn't until I went to Albany that they asked me, "Are you more liberal?" And I suggested I was. But the Democrats of then are the kids of today, the conservative. There's no Democrats believed in the Second Amendment, right? What happened to
They
that?
used to.
What happened to? I mean, it changed so quickly. I wasn't against the Second Amendment. I
Hmm.
didn't know guns. I was a knife girl. In Brooklyn, I always had a knife. Guns were illegal. I wasn't stupid. But I was also going to protect myself. I didn't even care that pepper spray was illegal. I didn't care. If I'm walking home, I have something on me. They can't make that into law that you can't protect yourself. Fuck you. Sorry, Janice. I hope I answered some of that.
There you go.
Like the other day, I found this book. It's how to solve 50% of your problems.
Hmm.
I was smart. I bought two of them. Get it? No?
I was so
Come on,
smart, I
Joe, get
bought
it?
two.
50%.
Yeah, I was so smart, I bought two.
I bought two because 50 and 50 equals 100, right? Okay.
100%.
I'm not sure if you
You
got
were
that or not.
so smart. I read it twice. It made me even smarter.
All
Oh
right,
my
what's
God.
next on the list, Joe? I don't think we mentioned anything we're supposed to talk about, like Liz Warren. Let's get to Liz Warren.
As for me, I'm a fiscal girl.
Joe,
Yes, ma'am.
talk about
Own it.
Liz Warren's son. Do we know his
Well,
name?
we don't really know if he's the son, but he looks that. They're saying that that Thomas Crooks that shot supposedly shot Trump's ear. Supposedly, man, he looks a lot like Liz Warren, man, a
Where did you
lot.
get that from, though? I wouldn't deny it. I'm just saying, where did you get it from? Is it
It came up
from
in an
like
article, but
it was
if
an
you look
article?
at them together, they look like each other.
I don't care how you think they look like. I want to know what article you got that from.
Oh, you know what that one is? I would have to go back and look in my. I didn't find that stupid thing, but I all I did
Is it
was
a conspiracy? Was it from a
yeah, it's a
conspiracy group?
conspiracy. It's just a conspiracy that 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 he's her son, but I mean, it's like God, he looks just like her. So they
Well,
were
there
kind of
there
saying
is
that he
something
did.
to do with looks. But does she even have a son? I don't even know.
I
I
don't think she
remember her
does.
drinking a beer in her racist kitchen. Was that her? That was her. She had some kind of black sleeve pottery or something. I can't remember. It was up above her kitchen cabinets. And she's sitting there drinking her beer. It's like some kind of slave doll or something. I don't remember exactly, but you know what I find interesting? Let me see if I could find it. Well, you're looking. Do you have any information on that, Joe? I don't know
Crooks.
why you lose your shit, but I'm gonna go over a few names.
Hmm.
Paul Walker, Tupac, Payne Stewart, Kate Spade, I don't know, Dave Wilson, Robin Williams, River Phoenix, Luke Perry, Brad Noel, or Noel is it? I don't know. John Ritter, Jenny Rivera, excuse me, Princess Diana, Joan Rivers, Barry Oakley,
Yeah,
Phil
no.
Hartman, Marty Feldman. Do these names sound familiar to you? Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Hennig, Jim Croce, Mike Douglas, Dick Clark, Patsy Cline, Kurt Cobain.
They were all part of the cabal.
No, absolutely not. Dick Clark part of the cabal. Some things you just can't even imagine. Like Hillary, you could see, right? Guys, visually, you could see Hillary being evil. Did you get in touch with Dana? Because I'm not sure if he wanted to come on.
I put out the I shared to everybody and
Okay.
I shared to him too. So
Some of these don't make sense, but others do. These are people that are said to have escaped the cabal.
yeah.
And I'm not positive about this.
Mm.
Now, understand around the world, there are under tunnel systems all over the world, including
Yes.
Joe, did not DC under the
Yes.
swamp?
Yes.
We just watched that. We're watching a show and we're going to talk about that a little later.
Yes, they do.
It reverts back to history 200 so years ago, which makes absolutely no sense. It makes
So
no
weird.
sense. And we're going to prove it to you. We're going to, unless you want to watch 6 hours of this guy's film, we're going to try to break it up a little simpler, especially since I know most of the past about it. These people that I had named off, there's plenty more.
Mm-hmm.
They're said to have walked away. So like I said, underneath there's tunnels and there are some still active, say in France, where they say, what's his name? Morris, Jim Morris drowned or died in his bathtub, right? And they never saw his body. They just cremated him. And he, to a lot of conspiracists, is probably Rush Limbaugh. A lot of conspiracists believe he got out of the Illuminati. He didn't like his life. He didn't like where it was going. And that's where the 27s went, including Cobain, right? Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and Jim Morrison. And there's more. There's more. I don't know the pop stars of these days, but there's more to it. These children were either adopted or sold. Some of them did belong with their family and had go along with the Illuminati. This isn't fake stuff. And it's coming out. These people are bad people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of proof to the obsession of children throughout time. This isn't anything, I mean, we've read it in the Bible. was it Isaac was going to kill his child, or Abraham was going to kill Isaac, something like that, right? And it's all throughout history. But what we're realizing now is that it's satanic. These are just satanic SOBs. Try not to curse from now on, my friends. But it's true. They're Luciferian. They're disgusting.
Totally Luciferian. So it's true.
Is there anything in the chat
Yeah,
before we
it's hey,
continue?
listen to this real quick, you guys, before I look at the chat. This comes from Newsmax. So yeah, that Jonathan or Thomas Matthew Crooks was definitely her biological son. She had an abortion, a late term abortion at 54 years old, while she was serving as a rising figure and shit and everything. And it was done in secret that she had that abortion, and the baby, something happened, and the baby survived. It was a baby boy, and he was placed for adoption. She never said anything about it, right? Never said anything about it. Well, fast forward to now, after he was shot, they did a DNA test, and he was in fact her son. It's a definite match.
She's
She says
76 now.
she's 75. Or well, yeah, 76 now. Yeah. She was supposedly shaken and deeply grief stricken, but she wasn't, and she didn't give two
She's a
fucking
Democrat.
shits.
Why would she care about a
Yeah.
baby? No,
She
she
didn't
had
give two
that
shits
baby.
when she had a fucking
That's
abortion
probably part of
and his whole life. Fuck
It's
her.
probably part of the Illuminati. Listen, we have the equipment to have you pregnant now. Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, you
We'll
guys.
stick you with shit. This is what they do. And don't they have had
Mm-hmm.
tube birth tube babies for the
Oh yeah.
longest time
Yeah. Yeah.
before
Mm-hmm.
World War II.
Yeah.
Okay? They can play with genetics. Gay people and these sick people,
Mm-hmm.
their genetics were fucked with. And you know how like their parents are perfectly sane and the kid is not? Well, things skip a year, don't it? We've heard this before. Your hair comes from your mother's side. Um, wrinkles skips a year, whatever it is. A twin skips a year or something. There's always something. So
Right.
it makes sense. And plus, forget about it. Forget about whatever you took as a vet. They were taking 100 times worse in the 90s and 2000. When were you a vet?
80s,
Yeah.
middle 80s, right in the
It
middle.
got worse in Desert Storm. So these
Mm.
offsprings, these poor kids, hey, we can help you, by the way. We're the Illuminati. We'll help you with your children.
Yeah, fuck
Give
that.
them to us.
Yeah.
There's more. I mean, this is
Well,
going to be factual, but you'll see it. We'll talk about it within the last couple of centuries specifically.
hey, this explains why he had those overseas accounts, and he was he was talking with the FBI. They were a part of his life.
What is her original, what's her ethnicity?
White. uh,
I mean, she is an Indian, but did we ever see what she was?
um,
I'm just coffee. Anybody want coffee?
coffee. I'm having some coffee.
I
Okay.
don't think I can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
pronounce coffee. Coffee? Coffee. Can I pronounce it correctly?
Coffee. Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee.
I don't think Brooklyners can. There's some things we just don't care to say
Does
correctly.
not compute. The hell?
Does not compute is right.
Yeah,
Um, water, water. All right.
well, let's see. What is she? She
Yeah, I'm
is.
curious to know. Oh man,
Hey, this is Wikipedia.
there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. I talked about the dust. Please, guys, clean and dust your outsides. Get it away from you. Get it away from your children. I'm telling you, I've heard other people say it. Why is there so much dust lately? I mean, I've heard at least 5 people, 4 people somewhere, including myself. I'm like, why am I cleaning up so much? It dawned on me. because I know for a fact they're trying to get the chemicals out of this. The only way to get rid of them is a lot of rain, get it under and out of their soil. I don't know that because eventually they'll rock up, I suppose, or melt, or I don't know what's going to happen. We'll clean it up. Maybe they'll clean it up. What did they call it? Soil liquefaction?
Liq-
I always call it soil
Well,
liquidation, but we'll talk about that in a
no,
little while. Are
it's
you
not
ready?
liquid. Was it liquidation?
No, liquefaction. Liquefaction. What is it?
Yeah.
What is she? Do we know?
She is English and Irish origins. That's her name, but so that's all it. She's
You
what?
know, I got to tell you something. She looks more Eastern European.
She's European with some Native American,
I don't think Irish. No.
Native American ancestry. My
I bet he
ass.
has something to
Surprised
do with the
me.
Ukraine.
Hmm.
Oh, what was about Adam's office? Helen said it. They trashed New York New York Mayor Adams' office. They arrested some people. Oh, what is Helen on? Check the note, check the chat. See if Helen's on. Maybe she could tell us.
She's not
Because I think
in.
they took some people in. God, if they don't have Alan Adams and they have that the Hell's Angels dude, I always forget his name. That only leaves Zorhan. Zorhan. Or is it Zoharan? Zoran.
Zorambi.
Doesn't it sound like you should pick up
Lemmy.
your sword and be, I am Zorhan,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
champion of Spartica or something. I don't. It sh-
yeah.
it shouldn't
He's not.
exist.
He's not a person you put in there just because you hate Trump.
That's
Hey,
not why he's going in there. He's going in there to make New York communist. Now, Joe, did you read the
exactly.
freaking chat?
Yes, and she's not in there.
Oh, anything else?
No.
You
Nope.
are the
Nope.
slowest.
Nope. Okay, for me, foremost, I'm a fiscal gal. Then next is Second Amendment. Next is border is safe. Next is world respect. And next is drain the swamp. That's from Janice. I
Mm-hmm.
believe so too, Janice.
Everything
I
sounds good
believe
there to
so.
me. I believe you see, Janice, the only thing is I believe most of it's already gone. It's been a long journey for the people that were involved, like our military. 47 different militaries around the world to be exact.
Yeah.
Q only means clearance, the highest clearance. That's all it
You,
means. People
yeah.
get confused. In fact, I remember years ago people not believing in it, and then now they do. Now they're like, oh, I see it now. And if you look at JFK's, if you actually Google JFK's cemetery site, it's a Q because they had planned it. They knew. John F. Kennedy knew, his son knew. I really doubt Junior is dead. They knew what Hillary was going to do to him when they were both running for Senate in New York.
I
I
don't
was
think he's
actually
dead.
working in Albany at that time. These people are sick.
They're very sick.
Pataki, I'll never forget. Governor Pataki, right? I'm staying I have I'm there with my couple of my roommates and my friends,
Hmm.
and they sent me up to get drinks. I guess I was always a bartender, right? So I come back with four screwdrivers and I couldn't find my friends, but who comes up like right? But he's tall, but he's pretty tall. So I'm looking up at him. I'm only like I'm a little less 5'4", 5'5", somewhere around there. I'm looking up at him. Like, I know who you are. I'm like, how to do? I didn't know what to say. I mean, he's just like a fucking vampire. Like right in front of me. I kid you not. I was just like, thank God I had a couple of drinks in me already because I didn't even know. I was like, okay, that's how I believe they're vile. They're all like that. They of course he looked me up and down. He did. I noticed it. I didn't say anything. What am I gonna say? I was a Brooklyn girl. I've already been through so much crap. You know, going on I was 16 on the subway coming home alone. Um I used to work in Weight Watchers in Manhattan some days for my sister-in-law. And I was coming home. It was at weird hours, especially there was a lot of Jewish. So we had Sunday. We were on, no, the subways aren't filled on Sunday, but we were there, right? Because Sabbath is Saturday for them. And I would come home on these weird hours. I have this guy sitting across from me. He just drops his dingling out. He just, and it was huge. I'm 16, you know, alone. Thank God I only had 2 stops left. I knew what to do. I had already looked at there was a pool. That's why I don't understand what happens on these subways now because now it's a button. It's much easier than the old-fashioned pools, which would stop the train and alert the not just the driver, but there's security conductors in each. Well, there used to be. Now that everything's
Gotta save
electronic.
money. Gotta save money somehow.
Yeah, because we could have saved a life by putting out that fire. I don't understand how somebody's taking video of that person up on fire and not asking anybody if they have water, soda, fucking even coffee at that point. Hot
Or
scalding
anything on it.
coffee is gonna fucking help put out that fire. I can't imagine back in my day. What I ended up doing to this guy, I didn't give him the satisfaction, right? I took out my makeup, have it in front of me, doing my little makeup. I still see he's trying to get my attention and stuff. And I slowly get up and pretend I didn't notice and leave. Well, I waited till my stop. I didn't. Maybe I did. I might have gotten off the stop early. It was like 2 stops away. I don't remember. So by the time I went to Albany and they wanted me to take a sexual harassment class, I'm like, this is telling. This is telling. Anyhow, I could go on forever about that fucking shit. The weirdest shit happened in Albany. It's not politics, I'm telling you. It's not about policy. It's about morale and morality. Keep your people enslaved. They have no morale, and therefore they lose their morality. Get it?
Yes.
It's so true. All right, Joe, what else do we have?
Well, we can talk about that the judge that well the Supreme Court is allowing Trump. They did it on that. That was kind of an important thing with the Supreme Court did, allowing this Trump's the DOJ to get rid of that DEI program that I think it was like $800 million.
All right.
Yeah. So now
That was a few
yeah,
days back. The
yeah, 20.
Supreme Court said enough with this DEI, gave Trump all
Look at
like
that
the control
shit.
over 800 million,
Mm,
almost $800 million worth of DEI jobs. And we all know this is Fugazi. This is their people getting their people in. Now, you
yeah.
have to understand, guys, this has been around since kings and queens were still accepted. They are today. They're still royalty. I put in the chat about that. Was it a Scottish?
Hmm.
It was a kid, prince's. It was a
Hmm.
prince. Ended up raping 4 different people, 4 different girls.
Oh, that blonde
It's
haired dude.
the blonde head. Something looks
Yeah.
wrong with him, first of all. He
Hmm.
looks inbred.
He's in a
Okay.
meme. Yeah, he's bad. He's nasty.
Right?
Nasty.
You could go
Yeah.
and look in the community. He's there. He's a few
Yeah.
memes down, right?
Hmm.
And this happens all the time. These people were faggots,
Bad
to say
dude.
the least, because they
Bad
had to
people.
be.
Yeah.
I don't, it's part of their freaking, I don't mean to be rude. Gay people could be 100 different ways.
Yeah. I've met quite a few that were really, really cool. Really cool.
Yes, but some of them were
But weren't
forced.
some that weren't?
That's the point. Like you have, let me see.
Yeah,
Remember
I
we
don't.
saw that here it is. Archduke Ludwig Victor of Austria, born in
Mhm.
1842, was the youngest son of Archduke Franz Karl and Princess Sophia of Bavaria. From an early age, Bavaria, can you imagine? From an early age, he was known for his effeminate, demeanor and his habit of occasionally dressing in women's clothes. Now, this guy just got caught.
Oh God. And they
He's
rule
one
the
that
world.
got caught. That's what happened because they always have to have one in the family. They have to either trans. And they're whatever, they're injected or taught or whatever it is, indoctrinated from a young age to do this. This wasn't a strange behavior for this guy. It was natural for them to do this. Look at all the Hollywood stars these days. Look at all the
Yep.
politicians these days that have these fucked up trans kids. They're not gay, they're trans.
There's something wrong with that.
It's something they're indoctrinating their own effing children. Pardon my French.
Hmm. Yeah. It's okay for you to be gay. It's not. It's not okay
No,
sometimes.
I'm not saying, no, it is okay because humankind, the evil part of humanity,
Well, how are
hurt
they doing it?
others.
How do you think they're doing it to their kid?
Putting mercury in a baby's body is hurting them. I
Well,
don't
how?
say it gives you the gay gene, but it frickin' hurts. Why would you do it? Why in what what doctor said, "Oh, let me put this in an infant." They have
Mhm.
to be indoctrinated. I remember learning about mercury lights exploding when I was a child.
Yeah, they
Are
always
you
told us
kidding
mercury was
me?
bad. Yeah,
It
they
is
always.
bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Plus,
Yeah.
we don't handle it right. Biblically, mercury is fantastic when it's mixed with, I think, steel or iron. It's an
Mm.
ongoing energy. We're going to be learning about that soon. It's
Yeah.
a,
Very, very neat. I like that energy.
it is. It's our electricity as we know it. My air conditioner is going on the fritz again. It's cold in here now because we've had it on, so just in case it goes off. But it's on the freaking fritz again. All my electrical appliance. I can't understand this. We spent $6,000 on a new air conditioner. We've had it since the end of May. What? The new dimensions don't like me. I don't know. This is all
Mm-mm-mm.
real. This is all real. They wanted this guy Ludwig to give them heirs, but that's part of the story. That's the part I don't believe. And you could say that, I'm being judgmental, but no. No, no, no. Being gay, growing up gay was horrendous for these people. They made it so they would do exactly what they're doing now, right? The same reason, Joe,
Mhm.
why did women have to give up their kids in the late 1800s, early 1900s? Do you know why?
Aren't they selling them or something like that?
Okay, but why was there pressure on these women up to like the
Always.
1960s?
Yeah,
Okay, there's always been pressure on women
yeah,
not to give birth on their own until
right.
fucking Murphy Brown, from what I can
Because
remember.
because you can't take care of the child on your own, something like
Listen to
that.
me. I don't give a shit if you're conservative or not. I don't care what you believe in. That child's that mother's.
Yeah,
And throughout time, throughout 150 to 200 years, they've been taking our babies. They made them orphans so it's easy to pick out. And how do we know? Tons and tons of orphanages,
hmm
tons and tons of books, from Charles Dickens to Jane Eyre,
You know what was really weird
Oliver
about those?
Twist, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
it was really weird that it was real easy to get a child into there, but you could hardly get a child out.
Women got paid to give up their babies that they didn't want to raise alone.
Hmm.
They made abortion illegal, which mattered back then. Not now. Not now you have the day after pill.
Yeah,
Don't conceive. You have up to 3 days of conception. Now, if you beat that pill, then that's God's will, okay?
right.
But you literally, girls can pee out, you know, a sperm. It can literally happen. So who's to say that you can't take the day after pill if the condom breaks on you? I'm sorry. There's certain things, see, that might be my liberally mind. I don't know. But I'd rather a girl go through that than 6 months later go through an abortion, a surgery, killing their plumbing. That's killing their plumbing as they get older. Don't go through surgery at all if you can help it. At all. There's other ways. Holistics now are fantastic. All right. What are we up to now? I don't know. I could lose it.
I know. Well,
Dis- Let me
the
just say
both
this. Hold on. Hold on. Despite the scandal and his subsequent exile, Ludwig Victor outlived all his siblings, bearing witness to the collapse of the Habsburg monarchy after World War I. He died in
yeah,
January 18, 1919, leaving behind a legacy that is powerful testament to personal defiance in the face of immense societal pressure. His life story offers a poignant example of the struggles faced by LGBTQ individuals in the period of extreme social uh, conservatism. Now, that's my point. They created these LGBTQ, whatever. They created them. They forced them. They indoctrinated them. They MK Ultra'd them. They vaccinated them.
yeah,
They did things in Plum Island like no other. Those poor black men specifically on Plum Island. Look it up. It was washing up in Montauk when I was a child, and I didn't understand what the hell? That thing looks real to me, this half turtle, half fucking fish. What the hell is that? Now I know. They're the idiots that ticks, put Lyme disease and ticks to spread to the soldiers they were supposed to do it. Get it? To our soldiers.
yes,
But
yeah.
things go horribly wrong like COVID. All right, next, Joe. Sorry. I just wanted to bring that last part up because LGPF and OK can kiss my right in the center. Go. What do you got now?
Well, we were talking the other day about we saw a picture where four celebrities had passed away in 2017 under suspicious deaths, especially one Anthony Bourdain. He was a chef, traveling chef, 61 years old, right? 61, a celebrity chef, had everything going for him, had loving parents growing up. He did
He
not
traveled
want
and
for
did the
love.
food. He ate the food around the world, right?
Yes, he did.
I
He was
remember him.
just he was just starting a new business. You know, um, I the name escapes me, but it was like a documentary. Uh, so but he was traveling around, just starting this thing. It was just starting, and all of a sudden he hangs himself because he's depressed. If you're starting a new business like that, you're traveling around the world. Does it sound like you're depressed? I think it was something. There was something to do with him. He was trying to expose the child sexual predator crap going on.
Well, that's what that meme suggested, that these four people, which I don't have offhand, you didn't
Hmm.
copy them? There was four young men that died, all
Right.
deemed suicide.
Yeah.
And one of them was Anthony Bourdain. I can't remember, I don't even know the other guys really, but they suggested in this meme that these four individuals were going together or writing about it was an actual TV show, not a TV show, an actual they had a title for it, Joe, and it was when we looked it up, it wasn't them, it was three women. Remember? We looked it up last night.
Yeah.
It was three women that wrote it out of the Spotlight Children in the Spotlight or some. Don't you remember? God, your memory is bad.
Is
So
terrible.
bad. But um so we're not sure about that, but the fact that these guys why would it come out? There's something to it. Like Uncle Pappy, dear Lord, if you don't know, go and look at Uncle Pappy. He is Robin Williams.
Hmm.
Hi, Robin. We love you.
Well,
Mwah. My girlfriend met you on like 40 something Street, Manhattan,
well, I would say
Fifth
this that
Avenue.
Anthony Bourdain is a tall man. He's got gray hair, right? But so did they use him in this thing that we're that's going around with
Did they
this
use him
this
as an
play we're
actor? Did
watching?
he? I don't know, Joe. I don't know these
He
people. You
you
know, I'm
we,
not
he
good with.
could be one of them because I don't really believe this guy could kill himself, especially hang himself. He was in France, for God's sakes. Why
Another
would you
one in
kill yourself?
France. Didn't I say France? I
Yeah.
guarantee France, okay, so France was always an allied country. So that's why I mentioned Jim Morrison dying in France. There's others. They all seem to be dead in France. There must be, like they had during World War II, still areas, basements, tunnels to get these people out of there. Bring another dead body in there. And
Yeah.
yes, they did that. Yes, they did.
Mhm.
I mean, you can't,
Just don't believe him. I just don't believe him.
you don't believe what?
The that he found that he was that he hung himself.
I wish you remembered the other guys' names because one of
Yeah.
them looked really young. Anthony Bourdain was the only one I recognize, and the only reason is because my sister watches a ton of cooking channels, and I lived with her even last year. So reruns were on, repeats, whatever. All right. What else do we have though?
Well, the last thing we were going to talk about was history stuff. Going back 200 years. Some of this craziness, man. Like, that the digging of that trench, the streets without no people in them. It's like, where are all
Explain
the
to them, Joe.
freaking
You're
people?
going off, not explaining to them
Uh,
what you're talking about. Try to explain it first.
well, we're watching this a
Watching a
documentary,
documentary
yeah,
that we're
of
going to share with you at the end of it.
yeah, of building the world being built, and but there's no people in
Rebuild
it. There's all these pictures, these old pictures in the 1800s, or was it the 17s, 18s?
both.
Yeah, but there's no people. It was when the camera first came around, right? They blame it that there's no people. They blaming it on the longer exposure time, so that the people are
Joe,
moving
you're
so
not making
fast they have to
sense.
disappear.
You're not making sense. You're not telling them what you have to start from the beginning. All right, let me explain this a little bit better. Um, we're
I'll just
watching a
interject.
documentary that's suggesting 200 years ago things have completely changed.
Right,
Okay. And we're not aware of it. And to be honest with you,
right.
it could have happened. Who the hell really knows? Claims that his family is here for 400 years. Well, how do you really know? Do you have anything older than 1820s
I
in your
don't.
family?
I
I'm just
don't.
saying, I'm not disrespecting. It's not trying, but
No, I
you
don't.
really don't know. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, we only had oral to really keep it going. And how many parents would tell their kids how hard it was back then or something? I mean, that's all we heard. It was how
We
hard back then. We
trudged
had to
through
work
the
our asses off.
we trudged through 10 feet of snow to school, there and back. Yeah,
Well,
I heard that.
this one young man, he kind of goes back in time and shows us all these pictures. There are tintype pictures, there's panorama pictures. To me, they look extremely real. I know why. There's reasons in my head why, even though photographing is not, I could just see it. I know they're some of them are tintypes. I could tell the difference. Um, they don't look like a sepia has been put. You know what I mean? So these pictures are telling us different stories. You have people the size of ants with horse and carriages in the 1870s, like what was I calling it? Bonanza, the Bonanza period, right? If you ever watched Bonanza, it's like right after that time, right after the Civil War, like the 70s, right? Which makes it erase the Civil War, Joe. I don't know if you noticed that. Perhaps. I don't know. Because he's saying it's a 30-year
Hmm,
span. Yeah. He's saying from the
does, doesn't it?
1830s to 1860s or somewhere around there. So you have these grand buildings, the Kremlin, the Parliament, cathedrals. Um, I don't want to go through all of them now because we're going to actually date them. You have things like the Erie Canal already built. Okay. And these people with horse and carriages compared to like the giant, uh, even in New York, the Penn Station or DC, the White House, the Capitol are ginormous compared to these little tiny things in muddy roads. What is he suggesting? What is he suggesting? That we didn't have the capability to build the Kremlin? There's also another fact that he brings up, the amount of time. The power tools. The Erie Canal was built in what, 8 years?
Yeah.
12 years? What was it? With
11. Yeah.
novices
Yeah. No way. 9 years. No way.
in the early 1800s, 1820s,
With
something like
picks,
that. They had
shovels,
shovels.
picks, and horse carriages
The
for
first
wheelbarrows.
power tool was when, Joe? Uh,
1869,
it was
1889. Sorry,
1880s.
1889. It was a drill.
It took like 6 men
It was
to hold
heavy,
this damn thing.
very heavy.
They're telling us the impossible. They fed you lies about Egypt.
Hmm?
Limestone? 4 to 20 tons of limestone being dragged by midgets?
Slaves, slaves.
No. You couldn't put enough slaves in front of each other to drag something like that up a ramp? How do you make that ramp? Are you guys kidding
In the
me?
desert. In the desert.
So this young man in the desert, lots of sand.
That's the same. Hard to move through that shit.
This young man suggests that, which I believe is military. I believe he knows the full cabal people and they're all intertwined. Um, these people are here to help us and tell us what's true. And it's scary, but we were extremely indoctrinated.
Hmm.
Our sciences, our history, guys, it hurts like heck, but it has to be true.
Our history is wrong for some reason. They told us wrong.
And it's very, very not far away.
Yeah.
Not a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. No, it was right here a couple of 100 years ago, before our great great grandparents, right? That's really what it is. How many of you met your great great grandparents? Maybe these days.
I didn't.
They used to die younger then, which is strange. They had no inject, but before that, we lived a much longer time because all we ate were berries and fish. That's another story for
I knew
another
my
time.
grandma. That was it.
Yeah, most people know their
On my
grandma.
mom's side. On
I
my
mean,
mom's
my
side.
my mother-in-law is a great great grandmother. She is, but she's also like 90, gonna be 89 this year in October.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a fascinating it's a different look, and he proves a lot of stuff, and he has pictures, and he has documentation, and he has dates. Don't tell me a bunch of men came out with shovels in the 1890s and built the Erie Canal,
Yeah.
12 meters long, I don't know how many meters deep.
And it took them 8 years to do it.
8 years.
Hmm.
What? What?
8 years.
No, that's an impossibility. There's other buildings, there's other things, we're gonna get into it probably in September when or maybe we will do it in pieces. It might be easier every week because we're coming on Sundays about 8:30, 9:30. We haven't decided an exact time. We'll be on early just to chill out.
Hmm.
Make sure anybody else wants to jump in. Guys, I was gonna try this summer to have people jump into Zoom. Um, although it's just been a ridiculously weird last few months. So we'll try again. I
Yeah.
love for you guys to jump into Zoom. You could close your, before you even come on, you could close your video, you could close your audio, and when you feel good enough, you could turn either on. It's simple. And I do practices if people want to learn how to get on Zoom. I think I've taught, you know, after we were taught, Joe, I think we've taught everybody.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like that.
We had to be taught too.
Right.
Mhm.
And it goes on and on and on. Um, is that it, Joe? Are we done? I mean,
That is what we have.
there's one other thing I actually thought, okay. I don't know. Purple has been coming up a lot for me, and also the word Jack. Now I'm just throwing that out there. Jack means a couple of things to a few of my friends, including myself. I'm not any psychic, but when things come up too often, I just don't hold it back. I don't believe in coincidences. Um, this is the last thing I'm going to read. I'm going to read this. Sorry about that. I know a lot of it, but it's better off I read it. Military tribunals, also known as military commissions, are sometimes proposed for trying individuals accused of terrorism or war crimes, particularly in situations where classified information is involved or where civilian courts might face security risks. How many judges are against Trump?
Quite a few. There's those
Okay.
two women just now lately.
Oh, lately.
Yeah, the two
Lately. What
one
about the guy
the
there?
one
And
that
what about come on, there's a ton of
well,
them. You had the
well,
one in Wisconsin. Forget it. There's tons of them.
yeah,
You
there
got
is.
lawyers and judges and whatever else. These tribunals offer a streamlined process and potentially greater protection of sensitive information, things that we
Mhm.
shouldn't know, guys, right? But they also raise concerns about due process and the rights of accused compared to civilian courts. Fuck you. Trump is saving the world. Fuck your
Not
petty.
only America.
Right. It's
It's
not
the
just
world.
Trump. And we're going to find that out too. All those little
Mhm.
officials and Putin that went to see Trump,
Yeah.
we're getting back to you, boss. It's all done, boss.
Well, to save America, we have to take out all the criminals around the world because around the world they're affecting us here. They're hitting us. The criminals of the world want us.
Military tribunals can offer better security for trials, especially for high-profile cases. I'm
Yep.
telling you this because
Like who?
the FBI, CIA, they indoctrinated us. Now, the NSA, I
Mhm.
believe by 2000, and then again in 2012, they had a foot in the door. They were the good guys. That's my personal belief. Um, High-profile cases. Epstein! Stupid Democrats! Really, stop with the fucking Epstein.
Right.
Trump went to trial to speak against Epstein. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. Trump is not friends with Epstein.
No,
He
he
didn't
realized
hang
it
out at
very
the
early on
island.
in
Yeah.
in '07 or
Yeah.
'06.
You know what? You know what made me more in the middle than anything else was in the late 80s after I come out of the military. I was watching a debate and I saw, I mean, the Democrats and the Republicans, they were just arguing hard at each other, right? At the end of it, nothing happened. They didn't come to an agreement on anything. They
They're
walked
supposed to
up
be
the
like
aisle.
that
I
because
know,
that's why you
listen,
have rhinos. They're
listen,
on both
listen,
sides.
but listen. They walked up the aisle. They walked through the door, and what's the name? Mitch McConnell reached over and slapped one of the Democrats right on the ass.
Yeah, there you go. Isn't that
That just
lovely?
told me,
I
oh my
remember
God,
that. I remember you telling
oh
me that
my God,
story.
one and the
All right.
same. So,
Let me just finish this because I
all right,
wanna
go
just
ahead.
point out a few things. Okay, so high priority, cases involving terrorism or military bases, ships, maritime law, right?
Hmm.
potential terrorist targets. They ain't gonna tell us shit if we have potential terrorist targets in this country,
Well,
meaning some other country
that
trying to
would
hit us.
cause a panic, don't you think?
There you go. Classified information. This is real military, my friends. Not the
Mhm.
fake shit we've been hearing for years where the FBI actually comes out. Not the stories you've been watching. Why do you think they fill the TV with CSI and all that crap? They used Law and Order and they were like, oh, we could teach people this is how it is. And it's not. It's nothing like that.
Sensationalize it too much. So I
My
like TV.
husband learned really well. He never was on Facebook. Are you kidding? Let's tell
That
the
would be a
world.
bad thing for him to
I'm a
be on.
cop.
Yeah, it would
No,
be
they
a bad thing
used
for him to be on
Facebook.
Facebook, right?
They used,
Yeah.
well, he used to use JJ, my account, to play one or two games, but my old
Well,
cat.
it's different. That's different.
But you tried to use Facebook to get these people, not not to show that, tell everybody you're a cop.
Yeah, that
The,
would be
the
bad.
fur. I'm not trying to be rude, but the Democrats freaking boggle my mind, and I know they're poisoned. You can't argue with that. They sound the same. They're all nasally, guys. They're all out of shape. There's something in their faces. Like, don't tell me you can't tell when there's a man that's gay. 90% of the time you can tell if it's a gay man, and I don't mean by his actions, by that face. That's not hand-me-downs. That's creation.
Woman
Luciferian
and a
creation.
man look different.
So they can easily handle classified information, which might be crucial for national security, without
Yeah.
compromising intelligence gatherings. They're also designed to be more efficient, expeditious. Civilian courts quicker. There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. Military judges and officers may have a better understanding of military law. Duh, right? That makes a lot of
Mhm.
sense. JAG officers. The JAG officers got away with Bin Laden. I don't think so. I think they were taken in at that time. That was 2011. I think 2012, that's when the NSA moved in, very surprisingly to these people. And I think we've had some control since then. I'd love somebody to argue with me about that, but there's too much that happened in 2012, including, I read the other day, Putin's wife left him saying, this is a different man. This isn't my husband. That's what she said.
That's not the
2012.
man I married. Yeah.
I don't care what you tell me. Listen, a woman could tell. There's there's some things you can't duplicate. Well, at least maybe we don't know how yet. I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
so the last bit, there's a lot. There's a lot if you ever read up on it. Um, the Supreme
Recommend you
Court
do.
upheld the use of military tribunals in the 1942 case of ex parte Quirin. I know I might not be saying that right. Quirin, which involved German saboteurs who landed on US soil. The Bush administration used military commissions. Let me repeat that. The Bush administration, right? Used military commissions to try individuals captured in the War of Terror. The War on Terror, 9/11, particularly those held at Guantanamo Bay.
Where they water.
So, what am I trying to say here? It's been used before. They used it because they had generals in charge, didn't they?
Hmm.
That's there's no way our military could not be on top of 9/11 in seconds. I'm telling you right now from a lady who lived down a mile from the fort. Those planes could have taken off and been there, I don't know, 25 seconds. It's right over the East River. I'm not even kidding. Why didn't it happen? Because somebody had control over the military. And guess what? Fair play. Trump and a handful of brothers and sisters are now in charge of the military. The good one. Please believe it. We're more safe now than we've ever been before, but there are still, like I said,
Pockets.
there are still aftermath, like the
Yeah,
dust.
pockets. Hmm.
There's still some coming out with money laundering. John Bolton, that was great. We're gonna find out a lot from that. But
Yep.
that's nothing compared. He's low. He's little P.
Yeah. Well, he was giving information to somebody. That's why they got him.
Yeah, he had it. Like, yeah, he was leaking. He was a yeah. But we
He's a
have
leaker.
whistleblowers too. We're Snowden.
Yeah.
Is Snowden in Russia?
Interesting.
Think about that, right? We love you guys. We hope you enjoyed. Hope we taught you something. We're gonna know a little
Mhm.
bit more about that history. We're gonna do a little more preparation about it because
That
I
history is
can
cool.
play it for all of us and stop it and explain a few things as we go along. But I want to see if there's people that would be into watching it. Then we would do it like a half hour every like twice a week, maybe an hour a week.
It's
Try to.
really interesting, though.
It
Really.
is extremely interesting, and the pictures and the timelines, and you can't
Just shows that
argue.
something's wrong.
In the
Something is wrong.
middle of New York City, you have Penn Station. This is bigger than most cathedrals. Giants could walk through these doors. I mean, 16
Literally.
foot. I mean, I can't. You're like a pea. You're going to tell me
How did
we
we
built
make it?
that in the city?
How did we make
It's
some of these buildings?
marble, granite,
Yeah.
limestone. What they're finding out, and I'll tell you because this might pique your interest, and this then we'll go. With this liquidation or water liquefaction, I
Yeah.
can't,
Liquefaction.
I'll get it right next
Liquefaction.
time. Things were put underground, including DC,
Hmm.
the swamp, right? It fell, the building fell, Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's not the only one, my friends. They're all around the world.
Quite a few of them.
And he shows us these pictures and
Hmm.
he shows you how windows are underneath the ground. These aren't basements. These windows are like 3, 4, 5, 6 feet tall and they're halfway underground. Why is that? Why did we have the Kremlin and places like and the Leaning Tower of Pisa and all these places? Meanwhile, even in America, this stuff is underground. And how easy, like, do you see how easy is it? There's others. I can't think of it off the top of my head. How easy is it for them to keep it there and use it for slave trading, for sex trafficking, for child trafficking?
The
There were
underground tunnels, you
pictures that
mean?
conspiracists
Yeah.
saw of children getting out of the White House at night. And this was one of those times, if you guys remember, lots of black trucks, black vans, buses, all pulled up to the White House. Nobody knew why. I think it was the cowboy. There was a guy. There's a couple of guys that were around DC. They would constantly take pictures. Trump cleaned up more than just DC. You have no clue, guys. If you don't understand the tunnels,
Mhm.
what was underneath that, what was underneath Epstein Island,
Threatening to
baby
do in
farms.
Chicago, right? He's threatening to do Chicago now, right?
Yeah, he wants to do Chicago next.
Hmm.
That's why I said Lightfoot came out and stuff. Well, you're not going to have your adrenochrome anymore, babies. Not from these
Yeah.
babies.
Yeah.
It's all done. It's all done.
Mm.
Take your drug and shove it. You think
That's right.
cocaine? They don't care about coke or meth or what's the new one?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. No, no, no,
That
no.
shit's
No, no, no,
nasty.
no, 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 no. Nothing is like adrenochrome, my friends.
Hmm.
They want to do it all the time. There's no stopping. They don't care about human life. That's all they want is this. And that's only part of it. I mean, think of child labor, slave labor, right?
It's
Why do you
still
think they
here.
did that? It's so easy to take these kids out of orphanages, out of social programs that we have still today, out of slave labor camps.
I'm in
And
work.
America didn't have it that bad as like China. These people overpopulated.
Third world
England.
countries.
We'll get into it.
I get it.
That's enough for tonight. That's enough for tonight, guys. We've been on for over an hour, having an hour and a half. Love y'all.
Ah,
Take care.
right on.
See you later, alligators.
Like and share the program. Like and follow. Love you.
You may love them. No, I'm kidding. I love you too.